So many good games to play. Oh, hey.
Breath of Fire was an RPG developed by Capcom, but it was published by Squaresoft in North America. No.
Here we go.
Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic is considered one of the best Star Wars games of all time. No, it doesn't feel right.
No, I can't. One day. One day.
There are so many good games, and I want to review them all, but I can't. Which ones? If only there was a way I could create my own game. Yeah, that way I'd be able to review something I created, something I put time and effort into. But how?
RPG Maker 3. RPG Maker is a series of tools designed to develop, well, RPGs. The series has undergone quite a lot of changes throughout the years, starting from its early days on the PC 8801 with a version called Mamirin, all the way to the more complex PC versions such as VX and VX Ace.
The one we're looking at today, though, was developed by Enterbrain and published by Agetec for the PS2. What's that? You've never heard of them? What, you haven't played classics such as Photokamo, Amagami, Kimmy Kiss? You've never played Kimmy Kiss? Let's play it.
Alright. What the? My biggest dream growing up as a gamer was to always get a job developing games. I mean, whose wasn't? The prospect of designing worlds and characters, putting them through trials and coming up with their backstories and lore always appealed to me.
I guess you can credit that to the type of games I would play when I was younger, which were mainly RPGs. RPGs give players reason and meanings to accomplish their goals. I can't think of another genre that actually provides such a good sense of progression.
Starting off as that level 1 noob and then working your way up to a max level badass feels amazing.
So let's start RPG making. I guess.
Oh man, the nostalgia! I remember when I first booted it up, I was so unprepared for where my imagination would take me. I had no idea the power I had at my fingertips. Listen to that epic music. Oh yeah! One thing I do have to say is the sound work for this game is absolutely amazing, even if it is all preloaded, but we'll get into that later. So let's take a look at the tools they give us. Alright, so we have a world editor, character creation, item creation. Nice, nice. Let's start with the world editor. From the surface, it's a pretty standard world editor. You can draw out paths with whatever flooring you want. Sand, dirt, rocks, grass, forests. But from there we hit V mode and it takes us to the more advanced editor, allowing us to create mountains and valleys, lakes, rivers, oceans.
To me, this blew my mind, and I easily spent over 500 hours just tinkering around in the software. I even used a website dedicated to RPG Maker titles giving you tips and tricks. I even have the notes that I have dedicated for this game.
Alright, so the first thing I want to do is make the world. Let's start the game in an open field with trees and grass. Yeah. Looks good. Looks good. And there. I call it Stronkland. Population, all the cool people. Now we need a hero. Let's look at the character creator.
I use the term character creator very loosely.
You see, all you have to work with in regards to creating a hero and NPCs are preloaded models. In fact, everything you're allowed to do has to remain within the bounds of the game's preloaded everything. Music, sound effects, weapons, and items.
Normally this would be a bad thing, but it actually is cause for funny situations. You want to make the hero of your game a chicken? Go for it! The in-game skybox is the limit. It actually forces you to use your imagination, given the limited tools that they're provided.
But let's make him a rugged and seasoned adventurer. He's been through it all, traveled the lands, crossed the restless seas, traveled through the forgotten ruins in search of treasure. Yeah, someone heroic. Let's see what we got to work with. Alright, Robin Hood, Green Robin Hood, Politically Correct Robin Hood, and Antonio Banderas. Well, can't go wrong with Antonio Banderas. His name is Stronkules. Put him in the field and good. Let's test out this game.
10 out of 10. Alright, so the world is empty. Let's get some dungeons in there, but when 2Stronkk4U enters the dungeon, he'll hear an ominous voice.
This goes here, let's write the script.
What I've always loved about this game was the event and the variable system. Using the system, I've seen people create some interesting mechanics. They've implemented fame mechanics, crafting mechanics. Again, it all comes down to using your imagination.
You can tell the game, okay, I want something to happen when I interact with this giant cake. Or tell the game, alright, when I enter the room with the giant cake, an event will take place automatically based on specific variables. It's also precise. Alright, now let's take a look at the item creation. Let's give our hero an awesome looking sword and a cool shield. That way he'll be able to defeat any enemy he comes across.
Alright, let's play this game. I've got a hero, a story, a world, and a secret boss. Let's do this!
1,000 years ago, a legendary hero fought the darkness and sealed it away. This evil has returned to reclaim his throne.
Okay, I guess. Generic.
Finally, the chosen one has arrived in my domain. I will defeat you, dark dank demon dang.
Now, one of my favorite things to do with RPG Maker 3 was using the items and making them glitch. It's actually pretty funny.
One thing that always stuck with me was the fact that you could glitch the weapon models to have them do animations they normally wouldn't be able to do. For example, let's create an archer character. The game says he can only use bows, but if we change his class to sword and shield user, go to the sword we want him to use, then go back and change his class back to an archer, the game still thinks he's an eligible character to use that sword. And then bam! We can now use that sword with the animation of a bow. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. I'm so glad I finally got to talk about this game. It really is a fun time waster. Also, thanks so much for the support on my latest videos, especially my Pokemon Sun and Moon one. Over 100 views. Oh man. Anyways, thanks again, and I'll see you later.
Let's do this!